Hey guys, Hitman89 here, and welcome to another episode of Versus. Last episode we had PC versus console, and before that we had Xbox One versus PS4, so check those out if you haven't already. And on today's episode we're back to comparing games, because we're gonna be looking at Dead or Alive 6 and Tekken 7. I'm gonna be listing their pros and cons, and at the end of the video I'll tell you which one is better in my opinion. So Tekken 7 came out 4 years ago on the arcades and 2 years ago on PC, Xbox One and PS4. And Dead or Alive 6 came out a few days ago on PC, Xbox One and PS4, so it's gonna be very interesting to see which one offers the best gameplay, graphics and content. Don't forget to leave a like if you want to support the series, and without further ado, let's start with Dead or Alive 6's graphics. It's got some good looking characters, you can see the sweat, you can also destroy accessories like sunglasses and masks. You can do the same on Tekken 7 by the way, but here you can rip off clothes, and the destruction only seems to happen on two spots, face and stomach, which is not amazing, but it's still better than nothing. It's also got destructible and interactive environments, so all around, in my opinion at least, Dead or Alive 6's graphics are better than Tekken 7's, which is understandable because Tekken 7, like I said earlier, came out 4 years ago, so it's kind of old now, but fighting games need to seriously step their fucking game up, because you only got two characters on screen. And the devs should be able to do much better than this, because look at the other games where we got tons of characters and explosions and tons of shit going on, and still most of them have better graphics than all the fighting games we've had so far. Anyways, let's talk about the sound real quick, and then we'll move on to the gameplay, and we'll focus on it because it's the most important thing in a fighting game. First of all, both games have characters from different origins and different nationalities. So on Tekken 7, each character speaks its own language, whether it's Japanese, Arabic, Italian, I don't know, there are so many fucking languages on the game, and if you're a polyglot, you're gonna love it. And I realize most of you guys probably don't care about this, but I do, so I'm gonna talk about it. Now, on Dead or Alive 6, you got either Japanese or English. So if you pick English, the lip sync is gonna be fucked up, because the game was made for Japanese voices. And if you switch to Japanese to avoid having fucked up lip sync, there are tons of American characters on the game, and it doesn't really fit that much because they all speak Japanese, obviously, and it doesn't really look good. That being said, Dead or Alive 6 has better music than Tekken 7, because Tekken 7's got a lot of techno-electro, which gets super annoying after just 10 minutes. Plus, the narrator of story mode, he speaks a little like this. And Heihachi Mishima killed his son. Then I took a shower. So yeah, it's kind of whatever, but we'll talk some more about the story mode later. For now, I think Tekken 7's got better sound. Moving on to the gameplay, and we're gonna start with the characters. So Dead or Alive 6 has got 24 characters, and Tekken 7's got 36, and we're not talking about DLCs and all that stuff, Season Pass and all that shit. Even though, actually, you know what? Let's fucking talk about it, because both corporations are super greedy. Dead or Alive 6's first Season Pass, for example, costs $90 motherfucking dollars for just 2 characters and some outfits. And Tekken 7's Season Pass costs around $30, something like that, for 6 characters and some customization options. You also have a $14 DLC that has a mini game and 2 characters. So yeah, this shit has gotta stop, because back in 2004 or something, we would have had the whole game for just $60. Anyways, back to the gameplay, and when it comes to Dead or Alive 6's gameplay, it's different from other fighting games like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, etc. because it's got a one button combo system, which is kind of weird and I don't really like it, but that makes it easier, so it's good for newcomers, and it's also got a good tutorial. And the fatal rush attacks or break blows look cool, but they get repetitive real quick because most of them end with either a punch to the face or to the stomach. Now obviously it all comes down to personal preference, but for me Tekken's gameplay is deeper, I like how the combos are done, and even the story is more interesting. Story mode feels like watching an anime, and I'm not even an anime fan, but I liked it. Plus it seamlessly transitions from cutscenes to actual gameplay, and I like that. On the other hand, Dead or Alive 6's story didn't seem that interesting. Plus, it's just a bunch of, disconnected scenes. I feel like they could have done it in a much better way, but sadly they didn't. Now when it comes to game modes, then starting with Dead or Alive 6, you have story mode, Dead or Alive Quest, then you've got Versus, Arcade, Time Attack, Survival, and online modes only got ranked matches for now, but the devs said they will be adding lobbies soon, so yeah, don't worry about that. And last but not least, you have trainer mode. And on Tekken 7, you've got story mode, then you've got online, ranked, non-ranked tournaments. And then when it comes to offline, you have arcade, treasure battle, which is basically survival mode. So you get coins to buy customization items, and you've got versus and practice. And since we're talking about customization, Tekken 7's got tons of unlockables. Some stuff looks ridiculous, but at least you get to choose exactly what you want to unlock, which seems perfectly normal, I know, but on Dead or Alive 6, you don't get to choose exactly what you want to unlock. You can unlock random costumes. They can even be for a DLC character that you don't own yet. So in order to get that costume, you have to buy the DLC, which is fucking evil. Oh, and before I forget, there's something that's kind of annoying on Tekken 7. It's the loading time and loading screens, you know. It makes sense in some spots, but just for a fucking rematch, I'm not gonna change characters and I'm not gonna change the location. So, you know, rematches should be instant or almost instant. But looking at the loading screen for 30 seconds, that's unnecessary AF and it shouldn't be there. And speaking of stuff that should be there, minigames. The shitty bowling minigame that you get in the DLC, that should have been on the game like from the get-go. And Dead or Alive 6 should maybe have a volleyball minigame for free, obviously. I don't know, that seems to make sense to me. And I don't think we can have a fair comparison without mentioning boobs. So yeah, Dead or Alive 6 has got boobs, tons of boobs. Even though the jiggle physics, it's on the Tekken 7 too. So yeah, it's kind of even, but you've got bigger boobs on Dead or Alive. So if you're one of them thirsty motherfuckers, then you probably care about that shit. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, last but not least, let's talk about the price. Dead or Alive 6 just came out, so it obviously costs $60. And Tekken 7 came out 2 years ago, so on consoles it costs $50 and on Steam it goes for $40. Even though on CD Key websites you can get it for $18 or something like that. So basically if you look around and you're gonna get the PC version, it's gonna cost you less than $20. That's for sure. Anyways, let's move on to the verdict. And in your case, if you're a Dead or Alive fan, if you like one-button combos, and if you like boobies, then definitely get Dead or Alive. You're gonna enjoy it. Now in my case, not that I don't like boobs, I fucking love them, but I prefer Tekken 7's gameplay. You know, characters, I feel like they're more charismatic and more memorable. Plus Tekken's got the real story, even though that shouldn't really matter in a fighting game. But you know, why are you fighting? Oh, you hate this guy? Why? Okay, there's a story, there's something. Whatever. Anyways, in my case, and for me, and in my opinion, just so you don't fucking cuss me out, I don't care. You want to cuss me out? Go ahead. In my opinion, Tekken 7 is the better fighting game here. That's my humble opinion, because it obviously all comes down to personal preference, so pick whatever game makes you happy. Anyways, if you agree or disagree with anything I said on this video, let me know that in the comments down below. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you found this video useful, leave a like. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon. Repetitive? They get repetitive real quick. Man, fuck this language. Season pass, for example, costs 20 fucking what?